They've been talking the talk. It's now time to walk the walk. This is the Lighthouse Theater. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. And, of course, here he is, Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3", with a 78-inch reach. Up against them, Jake Paul, 185 centimeters tall with a reach of 193 centimeters.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Alexander Usyk. Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
And with that, so much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is one of those arenas where you have to fight or you're going to be found wanting.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. The straight right just misses. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter shot. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
God, I love theaters. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
What do we expect to see here in round two? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. It's bombs away. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Oh, that punch. Every time they throw, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He is down big time on the score. There's the bell to start round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. Defense is not an option for these two. Catch and shoot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he misses with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Right uppercut just off target. Nobody home with that hook. A perfect counter shot. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. At this, there's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again, and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Usyk! It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Hold it right there. Usyk, and down goes Alexander Usyk. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and put him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
No rest for the weary. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round.
Switch it off. You look complacent.
On to the fifth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How about that time counter shot? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the dangerous bit.
Counter lands. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The big Ukrainian in big trouble, and the big cat goes down. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a...
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk. Let's start the sixth. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That hook was off target. Punch, counter punch. Ukrainian has been rattled. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
That's lights out right there.
Night.
Well, he's had enough, and he is going to quit. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.
Jake Paul able to pull out the victory in the close one. Actually dominating. He dominated him. That's a dominant performance. See what else I should try out. Manny Pacquiao. I see you.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. It's the Pac-Man.
This bout.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Good left hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. That right hook won't score. Welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. Hold that thought. Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He fails to score with that left hook. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Crawford is dazed. See the finish there.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. Disaster averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Hook misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The bell rings and we start the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Done with that counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. They block the left there. That counter shot lands. Nice counter. There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Switch on.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Can't land the jab there. Nice job by him to block that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They are giving us a high-tempo show. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And Manny goes see it again. There's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all right?
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
Come on. On to the fifth we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Crawford in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Did you see that? Crawford may be ready to go down. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now. Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Pacquiao is rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Did you see that? Crawford is dazed. Talk about Crawford in that last. On to the 6th round. Catch and shoot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? He misses with that straight left. His stamina is off the charts. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Misses with the straight left. A perfect counter lands. Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. Here we go. It's It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. His stamina is off the charts. Crawford in trouble. A perfect body shot, and he's dropped like a loose suit.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You okay?
Both men. There's the bell to start round 8. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
How nervous would you get when you know... And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Trying to land that jab. Good counter punching. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is